Happy New Year, Brother Knights. My name is Michael Hoy, and I'd like to take a few minutes to talk about community activities that councils across our jurisdiction can and are implementing. Of course, we all know what a trying year 2020 has been, and it's looking like at least the first half of 2021 will be just as challenging. But it's times like these that the combined efforts of the Knights of Columbus can be of great service to our fellow man. Given the wide range of community activities and programs available to us, there's no shortage of ways to contribute. Even a modestly active council can have an enormous impact upon their community, and, by the way, qualify for the community requirements for the Columbian Award. A truly active council will conduct a variety of faith and action programs, among them, community programs that I'd like to mention. Another fact that we all know is true is that each program is a membership opportunity. So councils that conduct programs tend to be more successful recruiting. Of course, during this time, safety is of paramount importance. Community programs must be conducted with an awareness of basic safety protocols like wearing masks and gloves when appropriate and maintaining social distances, as well as adhering to restrictions regarding social gatherings in enclosed areas. Hopefully, by this time next year, the pandemic will have largely subsided, but until then, we must work to execute our programs while mitigating risk. The Michigan State Night of the Month and Night of the Year program is an easy one to conduct, but oddly enough, a relatively small number of Michigan's councils implement. Even more puzzling is the fact that so much great work is done by our brother knights across the state, but largely goes unrecognized. It's a great way to recognize the important work that brother knights do, and simply by filling out the online form available at our state website, that night will be recognized in our quarterly newsletter, the Michigan Columbian. The form is easy to fill out electronically and is emailed to my attention. Every council should have a night of the month at least once per quarter. A large number of councils mail me their nights of the month, and I'm happy and grateful to receive them any way I can get them, but it's so easy to send electronically, which saves postage, and we all have an electronic record. So if you have any difficulty, please contact me. Since the Knights of Columbus began the Coats for Kids programs a little more than a decade ago, our order has given out over 600,000 winter coats to families in need. Having a quality coat for the freezing winter months is something I think we tend to take for granted. But struggling families can and do have a great need for these vital items, perhaps now more than ever at any other time since the program began. This past year in the Michigan jurisdiction, there was ordered an impressive 531 cases of coats, which is over 6,300 coats. Of that 531 cases, 204 were ordered by the state council, partially with funds donated by councils across the state expressly for this Coats for Kids state drive. The state sent these coats to a number of locations for distributions in November and December. The largest were in Detroit, Pontiac, Muskegon, Wyoming, and Flint, as well as Lansing and Saginaw. I had the opportunity to attend 4 of these events in person, and the results were fabulous. Knights across the state worked very hard to plan and conduct these events. Knights too numerous to name in this short segment, but they deserve our thanks and appreciation for their time and effort. Even more impressive was that with careful planning, the events were ran with safety in mind, using PPE and conducting social distancing as much as possible. I think this is exactly the type of charity to which our order aspires. But just because the large drives are over for the fraternal year, please don't forget that councils can still contribute to the Coats for Kids by donating to the Michigan State Council. For councils that find themselves unable to purchase coats and distribute on their own, they need only send a donation to our state secretary, Brother Chris Kolumchek, with Coats for Kids written in the memo line. These funds will be used by the state to purchase coats for future events and will allow the council to claim credit towards fulfilling community activities for the SP7. The new community program that Knights across the order have embraced is Leave No Neighbor Behind. This has been and will continue to be such an important activity that Knights can participate in. For a council to receive 2 credits towards the SP7 for No Neighbor Left Behind, a council must perform 5 actions to qualify, which can all be conducted with an eye for safety and all. While the entire guidebook is available on our Supreme website at kfc.org, I did want to touch on the 5 components of this program. First, we support our brother knights. Call on Brother Knights to see if they have needs and update contact information, and don't forget widows of deceased brothers when possible. If they have needs like obtaining groceries, picking up medicine, etc., these can be things that we can help with. You may want to have a list of resources available to contact, such as food pantries or nearby medical facilities, for reference when contacting our brothers. Second, we support our parish. Speak with your pastor to explore ways to support the parish. It could be hosting a video conference rosary, helping the elderly and infirm acquire food and medicine, etc., depending on what the needs of your parish are. Third, we support our community. Perhaps check with local nonprofits to see if there is an opportunity to partner with the Knights, but also check with your Knights and see if there are needs in their neighborhoods where the Knights can help. And these may be similar to activities helping our brother Knights and helping at the parish, obtaining food, medicine, etc. Fourth, feed the hungry. Consider raising funds to help your local food banks and pantries or encouraging Knights to volunteer. And fifth, donate blood. Councils can have their members contact redcross.org to schedule appointments or drives. As you can see, Leave No Neighbor Behind can be of great service to our fellow man, but we must remember the most important issue is safety. We don't want to put anyone's safety in jeopardy, so we must work safely by minimizing contact. For example, when shopping for people or distributing goods, don't drive them, merely drop them off. The goods off. The Knights recommend that people over 60 or with other health issues that may make them more susceptible to the virus do not donate blood or be exposed to others when it can be avoided. Please visit Leave No Neighbor Behind webpage for other suggestions on working safely at kfc.org. A word about a couple of youth programs. We in Michigan have decided to extend the period for conducting spelling bees and free throw. We normally conduct the state finals for these events in March, but in order to allow time for councils to be able to conduct, the state finals will now be held in May of 2021. Please check with your diocesan program directors to see when their diocesan events are held. In this way, you'll be sure to advise councils the maximum amount of time they have to conduct these youth events. While we don't know what the restrictions will be in 2021, but remember that councils must keep safety in mind and will need to be guided by facility availability when conducting. I'd like to mention a recent change concerning the Knights of Columbus partnership with the Global Wheelchair Mission. The threshold for receiving 2 credits towards the Columbian Award has been reduced to $1,500 in donation, substantially lower than it had been. There's a great webinar available on our Supreme website explaining the program and ideas for fundraising, including conducting a Wheelchair Sunday at your home parish. As a final word, don't forget that Casey the Teddy Bears are available for purchase by councils. The order form is on our state website, and I can quickly get your order shipped out. They're a great way to spread awareness of our order, and kids will love them, and so do state directors. I wish you good luck with your programs in the upcoming fraternal year, that they are successful and safe. Thank you.